peace and beautiful. Listen now.
Oh my gosh. That's cool. Look at that. I think there.
What do you think? Or you can go under a little so you can walk by, or?
That's good.
This way I'm like out this
Good,
way.
okay.
Not too far. Yeah, not too far. How about, how's the,
The view is wonderful.
I mean, I don't need to be seen, if we're heard, we're good, you know, but
It's perfect.
it's fun. Actually, that is even, I should use, because I'm realizing this is not, I should just get a stamp.
Oh. I just put two right outside that closet.
Because and I'll still look.
Folks who are
I'll still
tuning,
look.
who are tuning in, we're going to start at 7:30. So get something, some water, something to drink, grab a prayer book if you'd like, get comfortable. We're going to start at 7:30.
Yes, I'm on.
Okay.
Shabbat Shalom, dear friends, all at home. This is a very unique Shabbat, though for the next few weeks this probably will not be entirely unique. I am joined here at a safe physical distance, of course, by our cantor, Belinda Brennan, and our wonderful, talented accompanist, Meg Gister, and we are celebrating Shabbat with all of you at home. Hopefully you are all healthy and well. And though our space space here in our sanctuary is empty, we can feel you here with us. And we will hear the echoes of your voices singing along with us as well. Hopefully you had a chance to click on the link for the flip book that CCAR graciously provided, which gave you a chance to follow along in a Mishkan Tefillah Sidur. And if you chose not to, that's okay, because you probably know so many of these songs that you're able to just sing along by memory as well. Knowing how much we all need a deep breath and some sweetness, let's all, even before we start singing tonight, let's take a nice deep breath. If ever there was a need for some Shabbat, this is that moment. And if ever there was a need to build a world filled with love, this is also that moment. So please join us. Olam Chesed Yibaneh. Page 128. How lovely today is. Maya Fehayom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat candles at home and you would like to join us in lighting Shabbat candles, we are on page 120 in our Sidurim for the lighting and blessing of our Shabbat candles. So I hope you will join us. And I guess
Please do.
I'll do it.
Yes.
all right, because they're on my quadrant of the bima, or I suppose, right now. So please do join us, and hopefully my Purell hands do not present a fire hazard. Oi, put. Oh my God. And now turn with us, please, to page 138 for Lecha Dodi. And instead of us focusing on inviting the Shabbat bride into our sanctuary, you have the privilege tonight of thinking of ways you can invite the presence of Shabbat into your home. And if you choose to rise when we get to that final stanza, which begins with Vo'i v'shalom, we typically turn towards the entrance to the sanctuary, but you can stand and turn towards the entrance to whatever room you're in and think about all the ways you can allow Shabbat into your space. So please sing with us.
Shabbat
Shabbat Shalom to people near you and shake people's hands. So if you are with your family tonight, we encourage you to take a moment to wish each other Shabbat Shalom. And if not, take a moment to direct a prayer, perhaps, to members of our community. And think of something that you wish for each other. Maybe it's a prayer of good health, of continued health. Whatever you want to send out into the world for members of our community. It could be our own synagogue community or even our community at large. So go ahead and take a moment to send that prayer out. And yeah, as Meg has just shown, that hug that we so desperately want to give each other, go ahead and send that virtual hug out to everybody. And now let's turn together to page 144 for the Chatzi Kaddish. Right now, there's a very strange paradox going on. On one hand, we have never felt so separate from each other. We long to hug each other, to reach out, to visit friends, even family, people out of town, even people in our own cities. And we can't do that. We long to hold each other, to comfort each other, even to go visit the playground with our friends, and we can't. So we've never felt so separated. And the paradox is we also are keenly aware of the ways in which we are one world. We have seen the way our entire world is affected right now by this one virus. We are one humanity. We are one planet, battling this together, struggling and searching for a cure, for a vaccine, for hope, for resilience, endurance, together. And so as we prepare to say the Shema tonight, no matter how we approach the oneness of God, whatever faith tradition everyone around the earth comes from, we know that we all are praying for that same hope, that same resilience, that same endurance. that same good health and wellness. We are all one. Please join us, page 152. If you are still standing, you may of course be seated. Page 154. Page 159. Read with me, please, in the English. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace.
Freedom is on our way. Sing it
During a time that is so challenging for so many of us. But there's that second line. Act as if everything depended on you. We all have so much personal responsibility right now, where other people's lives are directly impacted by our actions. And so, in so many ways, everything does depend on us. So these two lines take on new meaning for us tonight as we turn to our tefillah, page 164. If you are able, please rise. We continue silently through page 180. Take your time in Hebrew and English, as well as in the prayers of your own hearts and souls. Shabbat Shalom once again. I hope you're finding yourself taking a deep breath and relaxing a bit, even just a little bit, into Shabbat. Allowing yourself to breathe. We've all used the word unprecedented a lot this week, and unexpected has been used a lot. There have been a lot of cliches, but I think allowing ourselves to put all of that away and make room for a break from that is really what Shabbat is all about in any week, but especially at a time like this. We need Shabbat this week. So here we are. We're taking Shabbat. And we are going to direct our prayers to those all over the world who are currently ill, those around our country who are ill, and then coming ever closer, those in our state now who are sick, coming closer, those in our community, those amongst our friends, those in our family, those here in our congregation, and even when it's ourselves. We take time to offer a Misha Berach prayer, a prayer of healing, a prayer for a refuah shlema, a prayer for a healing, a prayer for peacefulness, whatever that might look like for the individual, a return to wholeness, to wellness, to peacefulness for each and every individual. Tonight we are especially sending those prayers to Reagan Konecki, John DiNicola, Nancy Schwamm, Miriam Swidler, Charles Sabat, Burl Bellows, Carrie Bellows, Debbie Clymer, Daphne Rosenberg, Autumn Jade St. John, Joyce Giuseppe, Savannah Johnson, Lenore Lesser, Jimmy Brogno, Denise Davies, Benzion Ben Usha, Ruben Starkman, Aubrey Birkenshaw, Jack Davis, Rita Fink, Peter Bohelos, Ronnie Burson-Weiner, Mark Gruenfeld, Gay Clarkson, Barbara Edelson, Roberta Block, and Lori Smith. I hope you are thinking of people in your own heart who you are adding to this list. And are we adding anyone tonight?
Joe and Barbara Tibbet and Johnny
Misha Berach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov v'Imotenu Sarah Rivka le'Av Rachel v'Yivarech v'Yirapeh et kol hacholim ha'ela. May the one who bless all of our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Becca, Leah, and Rachel, bless and heal all who are sick, all who are in pain, all who are suffering. We pray, God, that they soon return to a place of healing of mind and of body and of spirit. May their doctors, their caregivers, their family members and loved ones all be blessed with wisdom, with patience, and with love and compassion as they move along the path of healing and of wellness. Baruch atah Adonai Rafeh Cholim, we praise you, God, who cares for the sick. And let us all say, Amen.
Amen.
Join us on page 371 for Misha Berach.
Bless the ones before.
Sal is sometimes pretty good at holding the pain, at the same time as holding our joy. And I'm going to ask everybody just to take a moment and think back. This has been a crazy week. And we're going to take just like a minute or two, but we're going to look back on the week, and maybe at first only the tough stuff might come up, and because that's kind of our go-to, that's what we are most compelled to think about, and that's okay. But, kind of experience that and then just let it go so that you can then dig in a little bit more and think about any of the good things that happened this week. People that you just knew were there for other people, or just, it was a strange thing. You smell the flower outside that you never smelled before. Anything that maybe, upon reflection, you might think more about, like, wow, that was really great, and that lit me up from my heart inside my soul. So we're just going to take a moment and allow ourselves to do this. And I miss so much being able to share good things together, but we can feel the vibration. They're coming in right now, and we shall say the blessing together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hatov v'ha'emunti. Creator, you are good, and you make good things happen.
A short drosh. This week's Torah portion, which is a double portion, this is a non-leap year, so this is one of those years when Torah portions get smushed together. So we have a lot of double portions throughout the year. And these are actually the last two parshiot, the last two portions of the book of Exodus. Starting next week, and Rita Christopher, I'm thinking of you, we will be in the book of Leviticus. I'm so sorry to tell you that. But here we are. We are in Parashat Vayakel and Parashat Pikudei. And so as I opened up the Torah portion, and I was getting ready to think about what to talk about, even just for a moment tonight, I got stuck on the very first word. I got stuck on Vayakel. So I was looking, I was going to talk about something, and I look, and the very first sentence, okay, let me just read you the whole sentence. Vayakel Moshe et kol adat b'nei Yisrael, vayomer alehem, ela advarim asher tzivah Adonai la'asot otam. Okay, so you might say, well, that, there's a lot of words there that sound very familiar and common to the Torah, but here's the thing. There's that first word, Vayakel, okay? In there, the root word is kahal. You might say, well, I'm not sure if that's so familiar. You are familiar with it if you think of it in the form kehilah, which means community. And what's happening in this moment is Moses is gathering the entire Israelite community together, because the Israelite community together as one is going to be joining in a sense of unity, and as Etz Chaim puts it, in shared purpose, in finally finishing the building of the tabernacle. And so I got stuck, and have never, of course, thought about it this way before, and this is one of those reasons that we read the Torah again and again every year, because even though, as the old Midrash goes, the Torah remains the same every single year. We, of course, are not the same every single year. This year, that word meant something different to me, because this year, I'm looking out at an empty sanctuary, so there is no kihila out in front of me. There's a kihila out through the camera lens. And so Moses is convoking the Israelite community and creating this sacred space of the tabernacle. And that got me thinking about what makes a space sacred. Are we creating sacred space right now through this virtual community tonight? What makes sacred community? It was something brand new to create something mobile in the tabernacle. The Jews, of course, the Israelites, they weren't Jews yet. The Israelites, by carrying the ark and as they were wandering the desert and rebuilding the tabernacle, this tent, this sacred space, and wandering through the wilderness for 40 years, they were creating a mobile and a moving sacred space. Eventually, of course, there was the capital T temple in Jerusalem, which was our one sacred space for a very long time. And then after the destruction of the first and then second temples, we created synagogues. Now, because of technology, over the past couple of weeks, we have a very different sense of sacred space. It's out in cyberland. And so I invite you to consider this new sacred space we are composing and building together tonight. It's beautiful in its own way. Our souls are connecting in a different way. And it may not be what Moses would have imagined. It may not be what even Rabbi Akiva or any of the sages would have imagined. Probably not at all. But it too is holy. And so though this isn't a kihila in any kind of traditional sense, it is still holy. This is still Congregation Beth Shalom or Beit Tzedek. This is still Klal Yisrael. This is still the people of Israel. Whoever has chosen to join us online tonight, we love you. We are connected to you. You are part of our community, our congregation. And we are so glad that you decided to add your spirit to ours and to help make this something kadosh, something holy. So thank you. Thank you for joining us. So, we don't have a lot of announcements. In fact, the only announcement really to make for tonight is to just tell you, especially members of CBSRZ and those who are CBSRZ adjacent, to please keep an eye on your email because if not every day, then kind of every other day, there's updates coming on where to log on to different programs and classes so that you can still feel connected to us. There's a lot going on Facebook. Kendra, Belinda, and I have been adding little goodies every day. If you're not on Facebook, we're going to try to upload them to YouTube as well, to the CBSRC channel, so that you can enjoy them if you're not on Facebook. And we'll do our best to make you aware of those there as well, so that you can feel connected to us. When we are available, so if you'd like to set up time to talk by phone or through Zoom or FaceTime or some other method of electronic communication, we are here for you. And before we turn to our concluding prayers, I do have to just thank Meg again, who is just a truly gute neshama, a wonderful spirit, and her voice, your voice, adds so much. So thank you so much for being here tonight. Our choir was supposed to be here tonight, and so choir members, I hope you are at home and adding your neshamot tonight as well, and we can feel you nonetheless. So we are going to turn to our concluding prayers with Aleinu on page 586. Kendra, Melinda, did you want to add anything about Kibun real quick?
Sure. We are going live, so to speak, with our virtual platform Sunday morning. I'm going to open the session at 9:30. I'll be sending an invite. Everybody can come on and get acclimated, and we will begin at 10 a.m. with a service led by Rabbi Bellows. And then the kids are going to break out into their Limud rooms for Judaica study with their Morim, with their teachers. And we're going to try that again on Wednesday, and hopefully we'll get back in our rhythm of Sunday, Wednesdays. And I'm excited to do this.
Yeah, it'll be brand new. There will be a learning curve. Be patient, but we're going to do this.
We are going to do this.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Rock on. Yay. All right, Elaine, middle of the page.
Oh, okay. You go first, I'll go on.
Oh, yes, we're going to maintain
We're going to maintain
safe physical distance. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'ateit gdula liotzer b'reshit, shelo asanu kirei ha'aratzot, v'lo asanu k'mishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, ve'or aleinu echol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlakim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz, vayom hahu yiyeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. Page 593. The light of life is a finite flame. Like the Shabbat candles, life is kindled. It burns, it glows, it is radiant with warmth and beauty. But soon it fades. Its substance is consumed and it is no more. In light we see, in light we are seen. The flames dance and our life burns down and gutters. There is an end to the flames. We see no more and are no more seen. Yet we do not despair, for we are more than a memory slowly fading into the darkness. With our lives we give life. Something of us can never die. We move in the eternal cycle of darkness and death, of light and life. Page 598. We share the names of those on our Shiva, Shloshim, and Yortzeit list, and we remember and pay tribute to the memories of all of these loved ones. We mark the recent passings of Beatrice B. Gottfried Sherwood and Colleen Brewer. We mark the anniversaries of death of Rosa Mimi Amarant, Erwin Braverman, B. Bula, Michael Cooperman, Irving Davis, Sylvia Diamond, Helen Ehrenwald, Louis Feingold, Edward Friedman, Betty Gilman, Ida Gottfried Ritter, Sidney Horton, Sheldon Kutnick, Max Mager, Clara Confino Michael, Celia Milofsky, Ursula Sherman Miller, Bessie Pear, Leah Price, Samuel Resnick, Louise Ross, and Annette M. Sullins, Zichronam Livracha. I'll take a moment if there's a name you're adding and you're thinking of that you would like to speak out loud or hold in your heart. May all of the memories of our loved ones always be for blessing as we join together in Kaddish Tom, Mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah v'alman tivarach lirtei v'yamlich malchutei v'chaye echon v'yom echon v'chaye d'chol Beit Yisrael v'agala uvizman kari v'imru Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah mevarach le'olam l'alnei almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalal shmei kudusha v'richu le'elam im kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran v'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei Shalom Rabbah min Shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom Mimramav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen.
With a full heart for being with such two amazing people here in this space and everyone else out in their space and our spaces incredibly somehow joining together. We will conclude this evening on page 643 with, doesn't get any tighter than this, with Gesher Tsar Me'od, we know firsthand the entire world is but a narrow bridge, and the most important thing though is not to be afraid.
Oh We wish you a Shabbat of peacefulness, of good health, of meaning, and of joy. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.